Practice, practice, practice. Are you taking SAT tests for the second time? Disappointed with your first or second time score? Join our Triple P program to improve your score by at least 150 points. 6 full-length practice tests with live feedback sessions just for $199 after a 50% discount. First test and live feedback session is free. Visit us at testpreppundits.com. Call us at 844-383-7844. Test Prep Pundits presents 2 prestigious programs for grades 1 through 8. Build Concepts, Homework Help. Our Build Concepts program offers a one-on-one tutoring with a trained tutor. Powered by authentic digital curriculum. Learn at your own pace and be ahead of your peers. Our Homework Help program offers a comprehensive support to keep your grades up. We teach your curriculum. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com. Are you confused about how to write your college essay? Writing a college essay can be difficult and confusing. Join our free boot camp. Gain the knowledge and skills to write a successful essay. Expert Ivy College tutors will host the boot camp. This program is presented by Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% SAT/ACT scores. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com. Test Prep Pundits offering several programs. AP Calculus, AP Physics, AP Chemistry. Join our AP subjects tutoring. Be ahead of your peers. Get a strong foundation in Algebra 1. Join our Advanced Algebra 1 program for grades 6 to 9. College essay writing is very intense and challenging. Join our College Essay Writing program for grades 10 to 12. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
Hello and welcome to yet another fabulous episode of our talk show with experts. Manato unnaru mana immigration expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show, Andy.
Thanks for inviting me, Garu.
This program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% scores. 1% indeed. A special shout out to their student 𝐀𝐓𝐓𝐎𝐑𝐍𝐿. Congratulations on getting a near perfect score of 1580. In addition, 28% of their students got top 1% scores on the SAT exams that were just completed on August 27th, which is incredible. Join their free college essay writing bootcamp on September 17th, and 6 hours of free SAT and ACT prep. That's not a small amount of time. So guys, I would say check out their website, testpreppundits.com, and sign up for further details. The program has been supported by movers.com. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World, BBTV, and Dish Network. All right, coming back to the topic for today. Rahul Garu, last week we were talking about whether the remaining green cards would get used up or not. And this week it feels like all the hopes are gone, or tarnished at least, for those who are waiting to get their employment-based green cards. So what actually transpired during this week? Can you give us a little bit of details about it?
Well, from the beginning, Nitya Garu, that we are estimating that they are going to use the 280,000 green cards. In fact, about 5-6 months ago, we said they are going to waste 100,000 plus green cards, or even 160,000 green cards. And thanks to all the efforts of everybody who have written letters to the senators, to the congressmen, to the USCIS, to the ombudsman, they got it achieved. 280,000 green cards got it achieved. Yeah. That definitely was, it's a good news in a sense, because at least they use the green cards. But what is the bad news is the people who have been waiting right now may have to wait for a long period of time who are in line. Okay. And the people whose priority dates are starting from January of 2015 and forward though, they may have to wait for a long time. When I mean long time, I won't define it, but it will be a long time. So unless something changes right now.
But what has caused this sudden shift, Andy?
Well, a couple of things, Andy. Last year, they wasted 66,000 green cards.
Right.
So that's a lot of green cards that they wasted. Though. That did affect the entire moment of the process, though. Right. This year, it's 280,000 they have utilized. And there is surprisingly, what we're noticing is that in the recent years, though, the rest of the world is applying more green cards, though.
Oh, okay.
So previously, for example, before pandemic, though, that is between 2015 and 2020, on an average, Indians under EB2 only got 3,941 green cards every year.
Right. On
an average. Now, you know that 65,000 H1B, 20,000 master's quota, that's approximately about 85,000. 60% of that are Indians though. When it comes to the EB2, we are only allocated 7%, which is 2,800, which is 2,000. Then you may ask a question, how come if it's 2,900, we got 3,900? We also get, if nobody uses the green cards, we get that. So on an average, we got about 1,100 extra in EB2. Now, when it comes to the EB3, though, on an average between 2015 to 2020, we got 5,400 green cards every year because the other countries were not utilizing the green cards, though. So when it comes to 2021 and 2022, though, we thought that there are not many other countries' people left out. So we should be getting the entire 140,000 green cards that have been allocated to the employment-based green cards. And plus we should get extra. Normally we get about, on an average every year, EB1 gets about 12,000 green cards for EB1, especially EB1C and extraordinary ability. We get about 12,000 there. So we should be getting all 140,000, if not a little bit more than 140,000. But when it transcribed though, when we got the data though, they actually only issued 93,000 green cards for Indians. That's about 40 to 50,000 shortage of what we were estimating it.
Right.
Now, when you go back to the previous year, which is 2021, though, Indians only got 74,000 green cards, though. That is total, EB1, EB2, and EB3 combined. Definitely this extra 50,000 green cards that we were estimating that the other countries won't use it. Remember, Nitya, I always say that there is a buffet and only 7% of the Indians are allocated. And if nobody uses, they will throw the food to us. I mean, that's how it is right now.
Right.
So what happened is that the throwing of the food is reduced because the other countries have used up a lot.
Got it.
So we got about 50,000 less in the entire category for this year and 60,000 wasted in 2021. So that's about 100,000, 100 and approximately some about, I would say 110, 120,000 extra green cards. Indians should have gotten it. But last year they wasted it. This year the other countries came and used it. So that's surprising to us. Now, if I look into the trend between 2010 and 2014, okay, that is the previous batch of the people though. EB2 Indians used to get an average of 20,000 green cards every year. Why?
Right.
Every year 20,000. Why? Because the other countries were not using. Remember the buffet? Nobody eats, they don't throw it away, they give it to Indians, right?
Right.
So we used to get 20,000 green cards every year in EB2, only 4,200 green cards in EB3. But when it comes to the 2015 to 2020, we're only getting 3,900 green cards every year in EB2. So from 20,000 to 1,300, let's say even count 4,000 average. So we are getting 16,000 less green cards every year under EB2 category. The reason is that the other countries are using more.
Correct. Okay.
So
and
unless per country quota is removed right now.
Okay.
So we are going to continue getting only 3,900, and because there may be some excess green cards that may be available in 2023, we may get a little bit more than that, of course. But going forward, though, we will have a lot of sufferings. And practically, if people don't get the green card by 2023, if things continue as it is, so those people who are waiting for 2017, 2018 probably will never get it unless their kids become 21 and apply for their green cards.
Got it. Okay. And so Rahul Garu, in this current sort of situation, so what if, say, my application is pending and, am I already counted on the number, like if I haven't got my green card yet, or am I not,
If people have not got the green card, this is a common question people get into.
Right.
There are some incidences where the USCIS will allocate a number to you. If your I-140 is approved, I-485 is approvable, your medicals are there and everything looks good, they may allocate a number. But at this point of time, the chances that you are already allocated a number is 1% to about 5%. And if you look into most of the questions that will come today, Nitya Garu, will be, am I already being counted towards a number? Is there, most probably not. Is there any way we can tell that number is been already allocated? No, we cannot tell that. Can we file a freedom of information to get it? No, still we won't able to find out if the number is allocated or not. We won't be able to know. So if it is not allocated, I don't want people to think that if they did not get a green card, I don't want them to think that their number is allocated. People will ask, I got the medical RFE, I submitted my medical, am I counted? No, that's not an indication it's been counted. I responded to my RFE, am I counted? No. If you file the medical application, am I counted? No. If one of the main applicant got the green card, the second person did not get the green card, am I counted towards the green card? No, it is not an indication that the second person has been counted towards the green card. Unfortunately, the situation is bad for the people who did not get the green card. They will have to wait. And as we already know, Nitya Garu, that the priority dates for the final action dates have moved to April 1st of 2012. So if people their priority date is April 1st of 2012 though, they may not get the green card right now, but they should be getting the green card starting from October 1st. But if it's after 2012, though, we'll have to see how the things will move, when it will move, if they will move in the next 2 to 3 years.
Rahul Garu, at this point, is there a thing where, being on one versus the other is a better thing to have situation to be in, like H1 versus your EAD? Does it make a difference?
Definitely being an EAD is easier, better,
Okay.
cheaper. Because to extend the EAD application, Nitya Garu, you already know that the filing fees is zero. So you
Right.
file an extension, and previously, long time ago, when you were in adjustment of status, though, when I was in adjustment of status, we have to get an EAD approval before we start working. When you are in adjustment of status, it was 180 days they will allow you to work if the extension is pending. Now, so I would say that when you were there, somewhere in 2017 or somewhere around that, they changed it. That if the EAD extension is pending, they can work for 180 days. Now, if the EAD extension is pending, you can work for 540 days in the time. 540 days. So definitely, it's a good thing to be in adjustment of status rather than not being in adjustment of status. So it's definitely a very, very good thing. I mean, should you continue to maintain the H-1B? That's your individual choice. I personally, when I was there, I did not continue on a non-immigrant status. I just moved on to the EAD. But it's each individual choice if you want to continue with the H-1B or continue an EAD if you're already in adjustment of status.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay.
One small good news, it's a very small thing. They are telling that we may still have an excess 60,000 green cards that will be flowing in from the family immigration to the business immigration starting from October 1st. It's not a clear thing that they are going to grant. How did they say it's a 60,000? We don't know. That's a good news that we may get a good part of the 60,000 green cards, so there may be a moment. One other thing, they have published a data that EB2 Indians pending with the USCIS application as of now is 39,600. Let's say 40,000 green cards are still pending in EB2.
Okay.
EB3 485 is pending right now is 24,000 green cards though. So even if they release the entire 60,000 green cards though, it'll be very unlikely that all of them will come to Indian nationals. A good number of them will come to the Indian nationals. So it's very unlikely that the priority date is going to move beyond January of 2015. It's very unlikely right now.
Okay. All right. Anything else to add, Rahul Garu, before we start taking our callers for today?
No. Let's probably ask them what the questions are.
Okay. Awesome. Sounds good. All right. Let's start taking our callers. Our first caller for today is caller with phone number ending in 4628. 4628. Hello? Caller?
No.
Hello?
No. Let's probably.
Okay. Hello? Caller with number ending in 4628. We ready for you now? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello, ma'am?
Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. My question is that Mr. Rahul Garu, thank you so much for always being there to help everybody.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Yeah. We have filed our I-485 in EB3 category. Priority date is August 2014. My son is going to be 20 next year. We have already filed, as you advised, that we should file a student visa. We already filed. But now, last month, August 1st week, we received a letter saying that our I-485 is approved, and within a day, we received the green card. Our attorney got a green card. But the green card is approved in EB2 category, whereas we are in EB3 category. So what we should do now?
Okay, let me ask you, do you ever have any EB2 approval from the previous company?
No. We spoke to our attorney. She told no. My husband has worked only in one company since past 14 years, and it's always in EB3 category.
Can you look into the green card and tell me, does it say E26 or E36 for your husband?
Actually, the green card is with the attorney, and she has not sent us a picture. But I can definitely look into it once I
talk to her. What about your son? Did he get the green card too?
Yes. Yeah, he also got the green. All three of us got the green card.
Okay, one thing I want you to do, ma'am, is that don't send the green card to the immigration. Don't reopen the file unless you contact a lawyer, multiple different lawyers, okay? The reason is that there may be some hope where you may have got the EB2 green card. I can't determine based on this right now. I don't know at this point of time. So the last thing I would say is that you do not approach the USCIS to cancel the green card. That's the last thing that I want you to do. Okay? You may want to have a personal consultation with the lawyer to discuss.
Okay, but like we spoke to our attorney. She told the same thing like you told, that we will not approach, but she showed us a concern that after 5 years, when you apply for your citizenship, I got the point, ma'am. I got the point. But you have a good lawyer right now. There, she's supposed to say, we are on the same lines. If you want to discuss, you may want to discuss with me privately rather than this one. But let me tell you one thing. You have a good lawyer. We'll go to the next caller.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So I should just take the green card and use it?
I cannot tell you officially in the TV, but if you contact me privately, I may be able to tell you. But all I can tell you is that you have a good lawyer. Next person, please.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller.
I got.
All right. Caller with the number ending in 7009. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Nitya garu,
Yes.
why I cannot tell the things on the TV is, let's say, for example, if I tell her to use the green card and later on the trouble comes in, then, hey, Rahul, you told me that. And if I definitely don't want to give her up the green card, that's for sure. So normally when we speak off the line, we tell, look, the percentage of chances for this is X amount of thing. If you don't do anything and use up the green card, and if you use the green card, what are the percentage of, if you give the green card, what are the percentage of the risk? Then it will be up to them to take the choice. Okay.
True.
So because these are sensitive situations. So somebody who's EB2 gets a green card and everything is all right, then if the person asks me to use it, yes, go ahead, use it. Absolutely use it. But if this kind of natures, it's better to have a private conversation with the lawyer.
No, that makes sense, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Let's go to our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 7009. We're ready for you now. Caller with number ending in 7009. Hello?
Hi. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir. We heard you.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Nitya and Rahul. So my question is, like, I downgraded my petition in 2020 in EB3 as amendment, and got approval for EAD and advance parole, and I used that EAD and advance parole travel, and my application went back to my field office. Then due to retrogress in 2021, it went back again to the National Benefit Center again. So then I convinced my company, then they filed again under EB2 as an amendment, and I got an RFE, and we are in process to respond to RFE. So what I have to do if it is get approved under EB2, do I still need to interfile? Because my priority date is November 2012.
I would not interfile. I want you to hold on the interfilings. Everybody who wants to file it, interfiling, I want to hold on. I want people to be eligible for EB3 and EB2. The reason is that right now the priority date is April 1st of 2012 for EB2, and it's the same date for EB3. The inventory says that 40,000 applications are pending for EB2. Only 25,000 applications are pending for EB3. And if you go back to the history, though, okay, in the past 5 years, before the pre-pandemic, though, the EB3 amount of green cards given to Indian nationals, and on average, is 5,445, while EB2 is 3,941. So there is approximately about 1,500 green cards difference of every year, though. So we don't know if EB2 is going to move forward or EB3 is going to move forward. So if you have not already interfiled, I will definitely not interfile right now.
Okay. So my next question is just a general question. So how USCIS knows that our date are current? For example, my date is November 2012, and I already filed everything, like my medical, all those things.
Well,
so I
first
came to the field service.
if the date is current, though, you can raise a service request saying that your 485 has been pending for more than 2 years. You can raise a service request. That's the best thing for them.
Okay.
Or you can make a congressional inquiry. Either of those things will be the same. We'll go to the next call.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Ali. All right. Let's take
Good
our next
question.
caller. In the meantime, sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Good question you asked is that what happens when the prior date moves forward, though. Maybe it's in 6 months, maybe it's 7 months. It's always good to raise a service request, because then if the 485 has been pending for a long period of time, if a prior date becomes current, it's always good to raise a service request.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Amit T. Says, I filed for AOS in June 22 under EB2. Priority date is April of 2014. I want to visit India, and though I am Dropbox eligible, I am not getting dates at US Consulate in India. My company's attorney has suggested to go for visa stamping even if my AP is approved. Please share your thoughts and on my options.
I would go on advance parole. There's absolutely no problem by going advance parole. If you come back on advance parole, USCIS will extend your H-1Bs and H-4s. Absolutely no problem. First of all, you guys need to decide whether or not you want to continue on the H-1B and keep feeding the immigration lawyers. If your whole purpose is to keep feeding the immigration lawyers, yeah, go ahead with it. But if that's not your purpose, though, don't do it. I mean, when I was in adjustment of status, when I was in EAD, I was an immigration lawyer by that time, though.
Right.
And of course, I did not want to feed myself or anybody else. I choose to go on EAD. So what can I tell other people? I mean, if I tell other people, hey, you maintain the H-1B, that's only because I want to have this building. Man, oh man, if the priority date would have run like this, I would have had this mansion. If everybody...
You need to stop telling people to go on to their EADs, and clearly, you're not getting this mansion.
No. But there is another way I can get the mansion. There's another way I can get the mansion. Is that if they don't count the family members.
Oh, yes.
If they don't count the family members. So every year we're going to get about 300,000 green cards. I will have this mansion on their name. I'll put it out AOS green card on the head of
it. Okay.
I hope everybody who's listening to me will write a letter to the congressman, ombudsman, and all those things. Only for Rahul Reddy to get the mansion. No, for you guys to get the green card. He will get the benefit otherwise. But I would like everybody to write letters.
Yeah, and everybody say Attorney Rahul Reddy told me to do this, All right. On that note, let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with phone number ending in 4795. Hello?
Hi, Nitya Garu. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Please go ahead. We can
Hi,
hear you.
Nitya Garu. And okay. Thank you, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu, for taking up this call. So our priority date is August 2014. Right now, so the same story. Right now, our EB2, EB3 files are at NBC. So my question is, when we downgraded in 2020, so EB3, we filed in downgraded to EB3. We got EAD AP last year in EB3. But in May, when we refiled under EB2, our attorney told it's okay, since your date is current, no need to file EAD AP. Again, you can use that. Now again, because of the retrogression, we are came back to square one. So my question is, now I need to go to India. So is there any danger? What are the pros and cons if I use my AP, which is under EB3? So I didn't get any clarity regarding this EAD AP thing. Like, is it same for both EB2 or EB3? We can use anything for any category, or is it linked to one thing? Yeah.
Okay, first of all, if you use advanced parole and if you have a H-1B, practically you have not used anything at all. Okay? When is your H-1B expiring?
2024.
You absolutely, when you go on advanced parole, you come back, you have no problem, none whatsoever at all. Okay? Now, coming to EAD using though. If you use the EAD, is your EB2 485 in problem? Absolutely not. You can use it. Now, what are the pros and cons of using the EAD and advanced parole? If the underlying I-140 is not approved, we normally don't tell people to use the EAD and advanced parole though. If the underlying I-140 is approved, we don't see, I mean, are there any underlying problems? Is a child, do you have any child who is a teenager? That becomes a little bit problem sometimes.
Yes.
But how old is your child?
15.
But he's already locked in age because you filed 485 under EB2 and the final action date was current under EB2. The child is already locked. So you're good. So by using the EB3 EAD, you're still not jeopardizing the EB2 485.
Okay.
So the only con for you I see is that if you don't use the EAD and advanced parole, is people like us will get richer at your expenditure.
Oh, okay, sir. We are only worried about the AP because we thought of going to India for quite long, and because of this green card, we don't know when it will come, and maybe they call for interview. So under this dilemma, we've been held for these last 2 years. So I thought of using...
Practical, if you use the advanced parole, you have not used anything. You're coming back on H-1B. Only technically USCIS, there is a memo there. And they're extending the H-1Bs and H-4s even though you come on advanced parole. Next person, please.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Next caller, please. Okay. Caller with number ending in 5894. Caller with number ending in 5894. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Hi. Good afternoon. Good morning, Rahul and Nitya Garu. Thanks for taking my call. I have two questions basically. One with respect to EB3 EAD, which I got from 2020 downgrade. Also, my both I-140 in EB2 and EB3 both are approved. So in 2022 May, I refiled my EB2. So I have used my EB3 EAD for my job purposes, and after refiling in 2022 May, I got the EAD also, but not the AP. So from 2020 back, I have EAD and AP both. It's a combo card. Since I've used for the new job, EB3 EAD, is there any problem if I use EB2 EAD in later time?
No, sir. I don't see any problem. You can interchange and use it, not a problem. Your EB3 and EB2 will be both active.
Okay. So second question is this on the same note. Can I use my EB3 AP to travel since my EB2 AP is not approved? So I raised an expedite request basically for getting that approved. So do you
absolutely don't need. I do not see any issue whatsoever at all if you travel in advance parole. Absolutely not an issue. We'll go to the next
even
forward.
If since I travel on that and come
even
back,
if your EB2 AP is not approved, even if your EB2 advanced parole gets rejected, you still will not have any problem whatsoever at all by using the EB3 EAD. I know what you want. I want EB2 to be active. I know that's what you want. I know your EB3 wants you to be active. By using an advanced parole, you're not jeopardizing anything. We'll go to the next caller.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Yeah. Let's take our next caller. In the meantime, question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Jyoti Singh. Says, hi, Rahul. Are the final action dates of 1st of April 2012 in the October bulletin based on zero spillover, or are they based on the estimated spillover of 60K? Will the final action dates retrogress further beyond the 1st of April 2012?
Good question. Definitely they have definitely considered the spillover because they are estimating to be spillover. But having said Nitya Garu, normally when they move the priority dates though, They don't move the priority dates on October 1st itself, though.
Okay.
It's a very rare instance. In October of 2020, they did move like that, though. But if you look into pattern, though, they don't move it in the first month. So they have considered 60,000 spillover. We don't know if they will move in advance more than April 2012 or not. It's going to be very tough to estimate. Why can't they advance everything in and approve all the green cards in the first 3 months? Now the USCIS wants to have a consistent business. They can't approve all 140,000 in 1 month and sit down and do nothing in the next of the 11 months.
11 months, okay.
So that's the reason what they say is that we keep an allocation as if that we're going to adjudicate every month. Now, that's the official policy of the USCIS. Nothing wrong with it, though, because they have people to work on. They can't just work 1 month and sit idle for the next of the months. Now, obviously, they didn't behave the same thing in the past 2 years, where they should have adjudicated a lot of applications. It's because of our audience pressure. They got, they approved all the green cards in the last 5-6 months. They approved way more than what they approved. But right now, they are going to go with the monthly span of approving the green cards. They think so that 2012 is inappropriate. There is a chance it may advance a little bit. Now, that depends on how many people who are pending right now. Approximately around 65,000 Indians are pending in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 65,000 Indians are pending in EB2 and EB3. Normally, in a normal year, we get about 10,000 green cards in EB2 and EB3 combined, though.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that extra 60,000 is coming. Then they are going to look into what is the demand for the other nations. That means, remember the buffet? They have 200,000 people that are allocated the buffet. So out of the 200,000, 7% is ours, 14,000 is ours, including EB1, EB2, and EB3. Now, whatever is left over, they will have to see the leftovers. They will get a clear estimate of the leftovers in the final after the first 6 months are over.
Okay, got it. No, that makes sense. All right, thank
they
you.
Cannot allocate all 10,000 plus 60,000 to Indians and then not give it to the other nations. So they will slowly move.
Stagger it.
Now,
okay.
Jyoti asked another question. Could it be that the date can go back? Yes, there is a chance that the date can go back. If they see that a lot of demand from the other nations are there, yeah, it could be. But most probably it may advance just a little bit. I'm not thinking that it will be advanced all the way to 2050.
Got it. Okay. Thanks, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with phone number ending in 1717. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hi, Nitya. Thanks. Hi, Nitya and Rahul. Thanks for taking my question. My question is, I'm in H1B and my wife on H4 with the 2 kids, US citizens. Recently, my wife's name changed, both her first name and last name, through Central Gazette process in India in 2021. And name change is also published in Central Gazette. My question is, do we need to follow any specific process in US to change the name change or update the name change? The reason I'm asking this question, we want to update my wife's SSN, passport, driver's license, and kids' birth certificates.
The Gazette is good enough for you to change. Make sure that you get some certified copies of the Gazette, okay? The Gazette is good enough for you to change the passport, social security, and everything. If by any chance anybody gives it trouble, though, okay, spend about $500 or $600 here in the United States. There are some lawyers who will just file the name change and get it done in a federal court. It's very easy. They file it, it automatically comes in. There is nothing there. Is it necessary? Try to do in the social security with the Gazette to see if they are going to change it. If they don't change it, spend that $500, $600 to name. Now, this is only because your wife has changed the first name, though. If she has changed only the last name, that would have been a trouble. First name requires a Gazette in India or an official name change here. You already did the Gazette in India. That's very good. You try to change it. If it doesn't work, spend about $500, $600, change it forever, okay?
So is it mandatory that process, the second process you were suggesting?
Not mandatory. Only if the social security people give you trouble, then you do that. We'll go to the next call.
Thank you.
Good. You go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
So,
Hello?
does this cause any issues for hello?
No.
Yeah, go ahead,
It
sir.
will not cause. It will not cause any issue because you have the Gazette. The Gazette will be of 50, 60 pages. So make sure that you have all those 50, 60 pages. Okay. We normally put those 50, 60 pages and point out that page number to the officer so that it's easy for the officer to go to that particular page number. Okay. Not a problem. Done it many times.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right. Let's take our next caller. Caller with number ending in 2171. Caller with phone number ending in 2171. We're ready for you now. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello,
Can
sir?
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Can you? Yeah. Namaste, Rahul Garu. Namaste, Nitya Garu.
Namaste, sir.
I have a quick question. So I'm one of the downgrade people who downgraded in October, November 2020 from EB2 to EB3. And basically, my priority date was current in EB2, the higher category, in June of this year, and since June, and but not in EB3, obviously. I changed to a different employer in the month of July, and before I could actually submit the 485J, our petitions got adjudicated and approved for 485. So do you see this as a problem? How are we still under an obligation to notify USCIS about the 485J and all that? Or how do you look at this situation?
On the green card, does it say E26 or E36 for you?
It says the E26, the higher category.
The USCIS is telling that if you have an EB2 approval, even with the current company, previous company, or any ever company, though, they have an authority to approve EB2. You have with the previous company.
EB2 approval.
I got it.
I
got it. So I will do nothing for you. I will do nothing for you. If any lawyer is telling that they are going to contact the USCIS, tell that don't contact. This is my case. I will hire another lawyer. I don't want you as a lawyer. Don't do anything. You're good. We'll go to the next person. And we are not expecting any problem. For you. Now, the first caller is a little bit different. I need to inquire more details about her. But you are completely different. I am not expecting any problem for you. We'll go to the next caller.
So there is no obligation. So do I have to join my...
You don't have to
join my previous employer?
You don't have to join the old company. You do not contact the USCIS. If any lawyer is contacting on behalf of it, say that this is my case, you cannot contact USCIS. You can flip a burger in McDonald's right now. You can be a Microsoft CEO. You can sit at home and do nothing if you want to. And you still will not have any problem. We'll go to the next caller.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much
Wish
for calling,
you best of luck in your future endeavors. And keep writing the letters even though you got the letter. Your green card, sorry.
I absolutely do. I will.
Thank you.
Congrats, sir. All right. Let's take our next caller. And in the meantime, question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Janvar Hari. Says, considering that the 280,000 green cards given and many people have moved from, I'm guessing, EB2 to EB3 or vice versa, with the spillovers from the family category, don't you think that EB3 should advance rapidly now? Your thoughts?
Good question. Very good question this gentleman has. That's the reason I'm telling the people who have not interfiled, do not interfile anymore. If you look into the stats that they released, 40,000 green cards are pending in EB2, 25,000 people are pending in EB3. Yes, there is a good chance that EB3 may move forward. There is a chance. And from the beginning, I was always telling people that don't assume that EB2 is going to advance, guys. Okay. It will be a Los Angeles highway. I hate them. The lane I go in always stops. You know, my son is no longer there, so I don't have to go there anymore. That's good.
Oh,
it's the worst
that's
traffic there. So whichever lane I go, it stops. Then I move to EB3. Guess what? That stops. Then you move to EB2. Most of the people who are in EB2 are eligible for EB3. So there will be a lot of crisscross, and whichever lane is empty will get filled out, and that will get blocked out. And the other one will get empty, and this will get. This is a tradition we have seen, Nitya Garu. It may be new for Indian nationals, but it's not new for Chinese nationals. We've been doing this Los Angeles lanes for a long period of time. So always be ready. So the people that ask me question, should I have both EB2 and EB3 approval? Yeah, it's always good to be eligible for both the things, EB3 and EB2. Yeah. But yeah, he's right. There is a chance that EB3 may advance faster than EB2.
EB2. Got it. Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Okay. Caller with phone number ending in 2066. Caller number ending in 2066. We're ready for you now. Hello? Please press *6, Andy, to unmute your line.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, sir.
Can you hear me well?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Nitya Garu. Thank you, Rahul Garu, for picking my call. So I have a question. I have EB3 EAD and EB2 EAD both. And my date was November 2014, and this time it did not get picked up. So what are my chances, for upcoming months or weeks or maybe years? What do you think or you foresee about getting my application processed being November 2014?
Yeah, I just want to give some history to the people though. I got my green card in May of 1996 though. Most of you guys might not have been born there. So when I got the green card, that was somewhere in May 20th or so I got my green card. By the time we already had a release of the information in June, the prior dates were going back. But fortunately, I was able to get the green card on that day. From then onwards, people have to wait for 3 to 4 years who filed along with us to get the green card.
Oh my God.
Now, then happened the situation in 2007, which Nitya Garu was a beneficiary of that after. There was also a 2000, sorry. There was also a 2000. In 2000, the priority date got stuck there in 2000 for a long period of time. The reason is that there was something called 245I section that closed out. Because of the 245I section closed out, a lot of people filed green cards in April of 2001. So there was a big backlog for it. It took 7 years to clear. In 2007, people like Nitya Garu also filed for it at that point of time. The priority date was current. There were no filing dates and final action dates at that period of time, guys. It was only final action date at that time. So all the people filed in 2007, they got stuck and got slowly cleared. And eventually they got cleared in 2011. So that took about almost 4 years to clear. Then again, in 2011 and 2012, there was an opening. And it took all the way from 2011 and 12. This is for Indian nationals I'm speaking. I'm not speaking of other people. So from 2011 and 12, there was an opening. And from that opening, though, it took all the way to 2020 to clear it. To get the green card, the final action date has to be correct. So it took 2011, 12, somewhere in April or May, it got stopped.
2022.
From that time. Yes, and then that was 2012. And it took all the way to 2021 to clear for them. Even in 2020, what happened was that the priority date final action date was not current for them. It became all the way 2021. So it took 9 years for them to clear it up. Now we have an opening in 2020 and 2021. I want you to relax back and plan to stay in here for a long period of time. And please keep writing those letters. That's all you can do. There is nothing else you can do. Now, you have to judge yourself whether or not you should continue maintaining the H-1B or moving to EAD though. That's one thing. The good part is even if the Trump administration will come back again, it's easy for you to renew the EAD. That's a good part. Staying an adjustment of status is more easier, no cost, not much cost involved. Lawyers, even if they charge very minimal. When they need to live their own and FedEx and other costs will be there, the lawyer won't even look into the 765 and I-131 applications, guys. I mean, it's done by the legal assistant. So you can extend the EAD and advanced parole though, and now they are going to give you for 2 years, and it's an automatic validation for 540 days. So you will have to plan to stay here, especially if your priority date is November 2014, plan to stay there for a long, long, long period of time. Now, how do the priority dates move? They're very tough for me to estimate. Sometimes they move forward faster, sometimes they move backward. We can't tell it. But plan to stay for a long period of time.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for that. I just have one question on the same note. I've been writing letters also. I discussed with my friends to write letters to Congressman not to count the family members as a depend for the GC. I remember I've been seeing your discussions about it. I've been writing the congressional letters. So since this month is still pending for the fiscal year complete, is there any chance of us getting picked up, or since they're saying visa is complete or this not official release, right? Is there any chance if you follow through congressional inquiry?
No.
Because I'm doing one with congressman.
No. If they have not already allocated the number, congressman won't help it right now. It won't.
Okay.
We'll go to the next one.
Okay,
but
sir.
thank you for
Thank you.
And
Thank
make it a rule in our society, especially because at my age, guys, when I speak with the people, they have no clue about immigration. So I make them force and write letters. So please make sure that whichever society you go in, especially the Indian society, they need to write letters. Look, you benefited from this one. You need to write letters. So make sure you have them write letters, guys. We'll go to the next person.
Definitely, sir. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller and question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Avinash. Says, can I move away from my green card sponsoring employer to work for another company /W2 on green card EAD? Also, can I do multiple jobs on the same domain on GC EAD?
Absolutely, you can. I'm assuming that you already filed the 485 6 months ago. That's one thing that I want to make sure. If that is true, yes, you absolutely can move to a different company. No problem with it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 0463. Caller with number ending in 0463. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hey,
caller with number ending in 0463. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead. *6, Sandy, to unmute your line. We just about heard you. Please press *6 to unmute your line. Hello? Yeah, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you, Nitya and Rahul, to take my call. So
Sure.
I heard Rahul talk about on one of the other video shows. This is regarding, I have got my green card, but my son, who is a derivative of my application, he did not get a green card. And Rahul was saying that, you can file an F2A. So I reached out my attorney, and what he says is you should have an underlying H4 valid for a long time. But unfortunately, the H4 is actually expiring in November of 2022. So is that a mandatory requirement? Because Rahul also said that because his EAD is pending, his adjustment of status is pending, he's in a legal status. So is it required that H4 also should be valid when you file for F2A?
Your lawyer is right in one angle and completely wrong in another angle. Okay? There are two ways that you can sponsor your child the green card. In fact, we're going to do a 10-minute show tomorrow. I want you to watch the video on the YouTube only on this topic because there are so many people who are dependents out there. He's right.
Okay.
To file a F2A adjustment of status, your son has to be an H4. Otherwise, you will not get the green card. Okay? He will not. You cannot file the adjustment of status. But there is another way to do the green card for your son. What is your priority date though? NEB, whatever in your employment base?
September 2013.
Yeah, we don't know it's going to be current in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or even a long period of time. There is another way to file a F2A. That's called counselor processing. So what we are proposing is, if the person is on H1B or H4, the dependent, we file the 485. But if you got the green card, your son is not an H4 and we cannot file the adjustment of status. But we can still do the consular processing. Even though your son is staying in the United States, we can do consular processing.
Oh.
Okay. And the only thing is that, well, he has to make 1 or 2 trips to India. It's worth believing.
Okay. Yeah.
And we are taking a lot of cases on F2A right now. A lot of taking F2A. As if that we are going to get the green card in India, we file it. If he gets a green card here, that's fine. I mean, you spend a little bit of money, it's gone. I won't give the money back to you. But otherwise, I will send you to India. And if this doesn't get in, India will get it. It'll take about 1.5 to 2 years for the green card.
Okay. And if for the consular processing, we are not required to have a valid H4, right, Rahul?
Absolutely not required. You don't need to have a valid H4. Your child is good.
Is there an option to transfer your adjustment of status from the employment to the family base after you get your I-130
After
approved?
I-130 approved? We tried it. We were not successful. After 4 or 5 years, we did the otherwise around. They don't, the system can't understand it. System cannot do it. You may have a court litigation that we can go through. I don't know all the things. You may spend a lot of money on us. We may succeed. We may not succeed. I will tell you, spend on the Delta Airlines, having your son go there and getting the green card. That'll be more cheaper than spending on this guy.
Yes.
Believe me.
Yeah. And one last question, Rahul. How long is this F2A process? Does it take a long time?
1.5 to
30
2 years.
months.
That's different.
Okay.
No. Let me explain you what 30 months of I-130 is though. The I-130 process may take 5 years for some categories though. For some categories, it's not. For F2A category and for family-based immediate relative, I-130 process is not 30 months. But yeah, you're right. It takes about 1.5 to 2 years for the consular processing to get it approved. Okay?
Okay. Including adjustment of status, right? Okay. Thank you.
No. There is no adjustment of status. Remember.
Consular process, no adjustment of status. Okay. Got it.
No, yeah. మొత్తం రామాయణం చెప్పిన తర్వాత రామునికి సీత ఇద్దని చెప్పినట్టుంది సారీ దిస్ ఇస్ ఐ హావ్ టు సే ఇన్ తెలుగు ఓకే థాంక్యూ
All right. Let's take our next caller, and I have a question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Sharon Tvasia. Says, hi, I have a felony filed on sexual assault. How will it impact my H1 and GC filing when the case is in pending status? Can I file the 485 adjustment of status when the case is pending? Will it delay my chances of getting a green card?
Definitely, you will have to mention that in the 485 application. On a H1B, unfortunately, there is nothing there in the H1B extension. So in the green card, definitely you have to mention it. Assuming that the case will be dismissed without anything, then you have a chance. But if you're convicted for it, you're out. It's crime against moral turpitude. So you will not be given the green card and you'll be thrown out of the country.
Okay. All right. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, one other question. This is from Life Coach Nitin. Says, I had my call returned from a T2 agent and she confirmed I need not worry about dates and my case in my local field office has been marked decisional with no interview and can expect a decision soon. Can I believe in what the T2 agent mentioned?
No, I don't think so. You should believe in that.
Okay.
I don't know whether the call was made before Tuesday or after Tuesday. Was it made Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon? Tuesday morning we had a green card. Tuesday afternoon we didn't have a green card.
Okay.
And in fact, I was in the interview, Nitya Garu, and the officer said, I'm going to grant the green card by the time, the officer, by the time it's a bit complex case I was in. By the time the officer granted the green card, the numbers ran away. I said, I can't believe it. How can the numbers run away?
Oh my
God. I was there in the San Antonio office at the time when the whole thing happened. And when I wanted to announce it, I was unable to because I can't believe on one officer. And she confirmedly told me, and she was a very senior officer, she told me that, Rahul, it's not available. I can't give it to you back. And
oh my God.
That was not believable. But by the evening, we got other confirmations from other sources that the numbers are over. So it's very hard to believe them, though, yeah. But if it comes, that's good.
Yeah, no, it was a very weird question because I'm like,
so,
we've never heard of this situation actually,
Yeah, what happened, Nitya? No, there were historically some times where they have published a September visa bulletin again, telling that it's unavailable. It's unavailable.
Okay.
Very rarely.
So when I say we, I'm saying like commoners like me.
Commoners, yeah. So there are historic situations where they published September. We thought that they will publish September, but they didn't, which is a good thing. So people can still file it. They won't get the green cards. So definitely, yeah. So yeah, it's not. Now, let me explain for the people how it works out in the immigration though.
Right.
So typically when we go for the interviews, we observe all these things. If they're adjudicating without interview, we don't. So when we go to the interview, what happens at that point of time is that if everything goes good, which most of the time it does, so the officer then will go to a different room. There is a different computer. They will request a visa number to be pulled out from the Department of State. The USCIS does not have the visa numbers. So visa numbers are controlled by the Department of State. So their computer has to speak with the Department of State computer. So the personal computer of the officer normally does not allow to pull the visa number. They go to the different room and they pull out the number. And then the number is pulled out from there. So one down, and maybe a lot of computers will be logging into that Department of State will be pulling out the number. So all of a sudden when the number is over, unavailable, it comes in there. So that's when they will know that, okay, it's not available at that point of time.
My mouth is still open, and because I cannot believe how convoluted this process is based on how you're explaining it.
Yeah, it's a very thorough process, but they have a good process. So when the number is pulled out, so when the officer is able to adjudicate it, they will have to go to the different computer and pull it. So if the second tier officer is telling it, does he know that the case is approved by the officer, approval? Does he know, did the officer went to the different computer, pulled that number out and then gave it? I don't know. I don't think so. I hope it is right, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no. I can see where people can have so much confusion because of this. It's actually a very technical issue, and it's translating on so many levels. It's just amazingly, convoluted, this process. But we didn't even know that this is all stuff that they have to go through, because as normal people we don't get to hear the intricacies of how they're even pulling, like you said, a visa number. That's something we never get to hear.
There is a system, Nitya, what they say is that out of every three lawyers in the world, one lawyer is in United States. And maybe they build a system in favor of lawyers. Otherwise, they would have more complicated. Out of every $7, $1 is in USA. But of every 3 lawyers, 1 lawyer is in USA.
Oh my God, I wonder why. Okay, all right.
There you go. That's the reason. They make it more complicated.
Totally. All right. On that note, let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 0279. We ready for you? Caller with number ending in 0279. Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi Rahul. Hi, Nitya Garu. Thanks for all the help you're doing for the community.
Sure.
I have 2 questions. Yeah, I have 2 questions, sir. I got my green card last week. Should I need to work with the same employer for 6 months to start my new business after 2 months, or after staying with them for 2 months, I can start my own business?
You can quit today. You can start working for McDonald's flipping a burger. You can be a Microsoft CEO. You can start any business you want. Not marijuana business, okay, but any other business. Absolutely. I don't know where people are getting the idea that you have to work for 6 months after you get the green card. Let me tell you, this idea, somebody asked, people pay consultation $400 for half an hour just to ask this question. No, you don't have to. You can quit right now. Will you have any problem in getting a green card? That's a question that people ask me. No.
Yes.
Why are they asking the employment history? They are asking the employment history because they want to make sure you didn't work for Communist Party of communist parties. You did not work for a Nazi or Al-Qaeda or something like that. We don't want you to working for those organizations. Believe we don't. If you do, we don't want you to give the green card. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you work for McDonald's, if you work for Microsoft, if you just don't work at all also, we still will give you they still will give you the citizenship though. They ask the employment history because we want to make sure that you don't work for marijuana or Communist Party or the other things that I said. But if you don't work for the existing company, you will still not have a problem in getting the citizenship. In fact, the USCIS clearly mentions that you can leave the current job before even getting the green card as long as you're working in the similar profession. Okay. Here, before green card, you cannot work in McDonald's, okay, as a flipping a burger or Microsoft CEO, because that's changing the profession. After getting the green card, there is nothing there. People ask, did you have anywhere that says that I can leave? No. If there is something that they don't want to leave, they should have mentioned that. They should have mentioned, they didn't mention that. Of course, there is some code which says that you can't work for these bad organizations, which I don't want to mention. You guys already know, but there is nothing that says that you can't leave the employment. And that's all information that is given on that is very false information. You can leave the employment. You can do whatever you want to except illegal things. You can do anything legal.
Sir, I hope that answered your question. Yeah.
My second question was, my green card was approved under the category E37. I had interfiled from EB, I downgraded it in 2020 October.
What's the priority? What's the priority date?
2013 October.
Okay. Keep going.
So the dates are not current when I got my green card. So is that any problem, or because I have EB2 already and I interfiled? The category approved was E37.
The USCIS may have allocated the number previously. That's what they are telling us right now. Or they may have given you the wrong code. Either of those things are fine. So there are two things you can do right now. Okay. First thing, pay a lawyer like me, tens of thousands of dollars. We can file a motion to reopen for you. Okay. And we are going to screw you up. And we'll make money. The second option that you have is do nothing. Don't speak with the immigration lawyer. Then you'll be in a better shape. You pick your poison, okay?
Sure. Thank you already. Thank you, Nitya Garu.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in.
And Nitya Garu, this is happening very frequently, though it has historically not happened like this.
Right.
When initially we did contact, we took the money, unfortunately, but initially we did some of the experiment cases. The USCIS is telling all different stories that they have a right to approve the green card, though.
Right.
And later on, people started filing motion to appeal and all those things. They bought different methods. But my advice is that before you contact the immigration lawyer, please contact multiple different immigration lawyers, get the opinion. One simple advice is don't do anything. Don't do anything. But if you want to do something, don't pay a lawyer to motion to reopen or do anything. Have more consultation so you get a broader idea of what lawyers are speaking.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, thank you so much for that, sir. And for all our folks on the live chat as well as our waiting room for the callers, we'd love to answer a lot more questions, but unfortunately we're all out of time for today. But bring back your questions and your queries next week, and we'll be here at the same time, same place to answer all of your questions. Rahul Garu, again, thank you so much for being on the show, Andy, and to be so candid with all of our viewers and listeners alike, with your responses. I think it helps them definitely in the long run. Thank you for your service to the community, indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nitika garu, and keep writing the letters, guys.
Yes, keep writing the letters. And I know, now the festival season is also starting. So all of you enjoy your, Navratri season. That's going to be coming up soon, and your Diwali season, and then the, subsequent holidays. So, just get ready for all the festivities. I'm excited. You guys stay excited, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. Thanks, and have a wonderful week, you guys.
Practice, practice, practice. Are you taking SAT tests for the second time? Disappointed with your first or second time score? Join our Triple P program to improve your score by at least 150 points. 6 full-length practice tests with live feedback sessions just for $199 after a 50% discount. First test and live feedback session is free. Visit us at testpreppundits.com. Call us at 844-383-7844. Test Prep Pundits presents 2 prestigious programs for grades 1 through 8. Build Concepts, Homework Help. Our Build Concepts program offers a one-on-one tutoring with a trained tutor, powered by authentic digital curriculum. Learn at your own pace and be ahead of your peers. Our Homework Help program offers a comprehensive support to keep your grades up. We teach your curriculum. For further details, visit us at testpreppundits.com or call us at 844-383-7844 or email us at info@testpreppundits.com.